So, Tom, you're a decade into this fantastic business adventure now. Has it been everything you hoped it would be?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, we're very old entrepreneurs when we started at 40 years old, but it's been a real journey, and we're now thinking we're sort of 10 years down a 30-year track.
Now, Kochie was down here about 3 years ago. How's the business changed since then?
It's morphed. We've probably doubled in size in 3 years.
You're constantly tweaking and changing your products. What's that process look like?
I mean, we do it very much on the kitchen table ourselves. We work it up, we commercialise it, and then we can do small runs and launch it via our fleet of vans. If it works, go full bore.
And how about testing it? Because, you know, consumers can be pretty fickle, particularly in the health food space. How do you identify the next product to develop?
We travel, we look around, and we also investigate sort of new ingredients ourselves. We're the first to use spirulina in a green juice. We're the first to use chia seeds in a bar. So we try and pick the trends and move.
Tom, are there any products that you've developed out of personal interest or desire?
Yeah, absolutely. The teas were a real, I suppose, project of ours. We wanted to do a really great brewed tea. It was exceptionally hard to do properly, so we actually have now worked out how we can brew tea. We actually make 1,000 litres of tea, filter it off, and then add a little bit of fruit juice. So it contains all the antioxidants of green tea.
Your staff, what's your business ethos? How do you get people to come along for this journey with you?
I mean, all of our team really behave like business owners. They have to. You know, we've got offices in Brisbane, Sydney, Perth and Melbourne. You know, we can't be there all the time. So they're very autonomous, and they've really sort of often learnt their jobs and developed themselves through their career as we've grown. And I suppose our ultimate aim is to, you know, hire somebody who's better than us at doing our job.
One of the big calls you made early on was taking on your distribution in-house. Is that achievable for other small businesses to do early in the piece?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the more you do yourself, the better you do. And you get much closer to your customer, and you have complete control.
What have been your biggest business challenges along the journey?
We're growing at sort of 40% year on year, so that provides a lot of challenges. We've got to sort of continually update ourselves, have a look at where we're going, otherwise things can race on.
Now, a lot of people don't like to name the businesses after themselves because the exit does come and have to pass that on. Do you think that's been a benefit, or will it be a hindrance for you in time?
Yeah, I think it's been a benefit. We did it because we wanted to make our weakness, it was just Emma and Tom, into our strength. And the brand's now got a life of its own. I mean, you know, Emma and I can walk down Collins Street and no one stares and goes, there's Emma and Tom. It doesn't require us to be around doing a Branson, which is great.
So, Tom, you've experienced tremendous growth here. What have been the most important business relationships in scaling up and financing that growth?
I mean, as we've grown, because Emma and I are the only two shareholders, so we've really had a very strong business partnership with the NAB and our business banker, Ryan, who's basically been over the business the whole time and really just run alongside us.
What are the most important things to get the most out of that relationship?
He's always felt he's been fully informed for either, you know, both the good news and the bad news. And, you know, he can deal with that now.
Is that transparency important right across the business?
Completely. He's really been running alongside us the whole way through. He gets it, he understands it. We keep him updated the whole time, so he feels like he's over the business.
Looking back on the last 10 years, what's your proudest business achievement?
I think, look, even right now, we've got a great team of 50 people. We've got 23 nationalities. Everyone, I suppose, now combines like a pretty well-oiled machine. So to have, I suppose, built the entity has been great, and obviously we're very proud of the brand. It's like having a baby.
The health food market and the juice market in particular has exploded over the last decade. How have you gone about holding on to your market share?
I mean, you've got to look at different pipelines. I mean, we're always continually looking at new opportunities. Keep up with the trend, new products. I mean, healthy snacking today is a massive area, which we've obviously got into pretty well with our life bars. So it's about, I suppose, just being nimble.
What's the best piece of business advice that you've received along the journey?
When we first launched, people said to us it was all about distribution. And what we've worked out recently is that it really, really, really is all about distribution.
Fantastic. And your advice for other entrepreneurs? Heading into the health food space, perhaps?
No, I always say it's been a lot of fun. We've had a ball, and it's an opportunity to have, you know, in your life to do your own thing. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Tom, you're an inspiration for any entrepreneurs coming to business late. Thanks a lot for sharing your story with us.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
This Entrepreneur in the Spotlight brought to you by NAB.